So what's your major?
I'm a computer science major.
Computer science, and what's your class level?
I am a senior.
A senior? Do you consider yourself happy?
Yes, very
Yes?
happy.
What makes you happy?
Being social.
Being social?
Yeah.
So like
Being
things
with
you
friends.
do?
Yeah, going out. That
Okay.
kind of thing.
The last time you sat in a lecture, did you actually learn anything?
Yes.
Yes?
I just learned a bunch in a lecture.
What class was it?
Political science.
Political science. So would you say like that's like a career-oriented class or?
More. Well, it's required, but it's more been just kind of see where I stand in the political field, be aware, and know what I'm doing when I'm voting, that kind of thing.
So what did you learn in the class?
I've basically learned everything from like the power in politics all the way down to voting, November 4th elections, that kind of thing. So pretty much the full spectrum.
Do you find that subject like interesting?
I find it extremely interesting. I find it something I could get into one day. So I kind of keep it. I want to know about it now and see where it goes.
What was the last class that influenced your outlook on life?
Last class influenced my outlook on life. I'd have to say it was actually an English 220 class that was the problem of technology. Well, it's interesting because I'm a computer science major, so I'm going into the business of technology, and I was able to see like the cons of it, of us being attached to our phones, being attached to TV, internet, all these kind of things, how it's pulling away from our intellectual property, and like kind of how it's unfair to us really that if we knew what we were doing with technology better, we would be able to use it even better than we are now.
Okay, so would you consider yourself like passionate in like the classes you're taking?
I'm extremely passionate in everything. It's crazy.
Awesome. What's your major?
Kinesiology fitness specialist.
And your class level?
Sophomore.
Sophomore? Okay, so would you consider yourself happy?
Yes.
Yes? So what like makes you happy? Like things you do or certain like?
Just keeping busy and having everything like well. I don't know, like classes are going well, family's fine, like just managing stuff, I guess.
Okay. So the last time you sat in a lecture, do you think you actually like learned anything?
Yes. We just did a test review. We went over all the test questions. So,
What class was it?
World religions.
World religions? So would you say that class is like specific to any like job or career? Or would you say it's more along the lines of like humanities?
It's a humanities, but it's also like, I think it's important to understand for just like being an individual in a society where there's a bunch of different religions. So it's important to understand people's perspective and kind of get that knowledge there so you kind of have more respect / you can understand what people are going through. It's just like a human thing, I feel like. So,
What was the last class that like influenced your outlook on life?
I'm in behavioral psychology. And
Behavioral
I
psychology?
really I'm minoring in psych too. So I really enjoy psychology. It like relates to a lot of things that are going on / I really like learning about how things work. So
So would you consider that class like career oriented or?
again, I just think it's a good thing to have under your belt to understand like and function in society.
So what's your major?
I'm actually undecided, but I'm declaring business.
You're declaring business. And what's your class level?
Oh, software.
Sophomore? Okay. So do you consider yourself happy?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what makes you happy? Like what do you like to do or like certain things?
I'd say like a good group of friends, like support from family. The weather here is awesome.
Okay. And okay, so the last time you sat in a lecture class, did you actually learn anything? Like really think about it.
Question. Last time I sat in a lecture class was probably statistics.
Statistics.
By no fault of my teacher, I would say no, just because math. But I mean, I've actually had a lot of good large, depending on what you define large lecture as. I mean, I have classes of like 70, and my teachers actually like are really good.
Okay. So you said it was a stats class, right?
Yeah.
So you would consider that like specific to a job or a career?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. So are you passionate about like business?
I'm extremely like not passionate about math, but no, I wouldn't say I'm passionate about business. I just kind of don't know what I want to do, so I was like, that's pretty general.
So what was the last class that you would say influenced your outlook on life?
Definitely political science. I took political science 101 last year, and then I just left my final for 102. And I think that's the only class that I really learned things about like what's going on right now and like things that I find interesting and like actually have a desire to like look more into. And then like, I don't know, if I'm watching the news, I'm like, oh, I actually know like where that country is, and, like who the people in it are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's interesting.
Okay, that's awesome. So you would say that like poli-sci like influenced your life because it like kind of expanded your horizon of like you kind of saw more of the world and like
Right.
other people's cultures.
Yeah,
kind of thing?
definitely. I've always been interested in travel and things like that. And I think it's good to not just have like a closed mind. I don't know. I think it's interesting to like actually know other places and other people.
Okay, so what's your major?
My major is international affairs.
International affairs. Okay. What class level are you right now?
I'm a junior year.
Junior year. Okay, awesome. Do you consider yourself happy?
In general, or with
Yeah,
the
no,
course?
in
general.
I am happy. I think I could be happier, but I am happy.
Okay. Why do you think you could be happier?
I think that there's always something that you can improve in your life.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
But I'm pretty good with everything that's going on right now.
So like
With my life, yeah.
you kind of have a balance basically, right? Of
Yeah,
school
yeah.
and the happiness.
Pretty happy here. Like, this is actually like one of my dreams. Studying abroad, because I'm studying for a semester here right now,
Okay.
and I'm pretty happy for that.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. The last time you sat in a lecture, did you actually learn anything?
Last time I attended a lecture,
Yeah. Did you learn anything?
yeah, I think I always like happen to learn anything, even if you don't actually like listen all the time. I think that you always get something. So I'd say yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. What was the last class that influenced your outlook in life?
My outlook in life,
Yeah.
like my national security class, we always talk about what's going on in the world. So that actually like opens my mind towards a lot of things that maybe I didn't actually pay attention to before.